guys, it's Tim and this is the Wrestling Wrap-Up, a handful of stories brought to you in one easy to watch video. So let's get started. So according to a report from Squared Circle Sirens earlier this week, they are reporting that WWE signee, Zeda, has been released from the company. If you don't remember Zeda was in last year's Mae Young Classic, worked a couple matches in NXT, and then did some stuff on the NXT house show loop in Florida. Her last match for the company came earlier this year, I want to say in March, against Sage Beckett, where Beckett was actually released less than a week later. Zeda did go online this week and say thank you to all of her fans who have supported her since being released, and we'll see what's next for her in pro wrestling. So if you haven't seen it before, Undercover Boss. Undercover Boss is when they take the CEO of a company and they have them go work at different locations of their company to learn what kinds of things are going wrong and that they can fix. Well, CBS is now coming with Celebrity Undercover Boss, and Stephanie McMahon is going to be going undercover on the June 15th episode. As you see here, this is what Stephanie McMahon's disguise will look like as she goes undercover, I guess, within the WWE. So photos surfaced this week of Nikki Bella in Miami flirting with a guy, and a lot of people asked what's going on here, and Nikki actually talked to TMZ about this. Nikki stated that he's only a guy that the Total Divas people hired to, I guess you could say, bartend for them in their hotel room, and she was just playing around with them when she noticed that the cameras were snapping pictures. So for everybody that's like, oh my gosh, she's cheating on John, she's just playing around for the paparazzi. So former WWE superstar John Morrison, or Johnny Nitro, or Johnny Impact, or Johnny Wrestling, or Johnny whatever you want to call him, Mundo, got married this week to Taya Valkyrie. The two have been dating for a very long time, and they tied the knot this week. Morrison did have some of his old buddies from the WWE in his wedding party, as you see here, The Miz, Zack Ryder, and Dolph Ziggler. Congratulations goes out to both Johnny Morrison, or real name John Hennigan, and Taya. If you're a fan of women's professional wrestling, then you're going to want to sign up for Pro Wrestling Crate. Pro Wrestling Crate's theme for the month of June is Women of Wrestling. This is the first time that any Pro Wrestling Crate service has done a full all-women crate. In this crate, you will get items. So people keep asking what's going on with Alicia Fox. Her name keeps popping up, but then we see nothing. Well, according to PWU Insider, they are reporting that Alicia Fox is scheduled to be backstage tomorrow night for Monday Night Raw. Now, like we've seen with Jason Jordan over the last couple of weeks, he's been backstage, but they haven't used him. So just because Alicia Fox is scheduled to be backstage, it doesn't really mean that she's going to be used, but we'll see how it goes. She did get injured back in January training for the Women's Royal Rumble match where she did injure her tailbone, and then she got in a little bit of trouble over Mania weekend where she yelled at Ronda Rousey's husband. So Sanity was brought up to the main roster during the Superstar Shakeup, but we haven't seen them. We haven't seen them on SmackDown other than the vignettes that say Chaos is coming, Sanity to SmackDown. But last night in Waco, Texas, they did actually appear and have a match with Gallows and Anderson. They did end up losing, as Gallows and Anderson did win by disqualification, and they are scheduled to be at all the rest of the SmackDown Live events for the remainder of the week. Whether they show up on SmackDown Live or not is to be seen. So next year is WrestleMania 35. MetLife Stadium, the New York, New Jersey area, and right now, a lot of betting websites state that with the Raw Women's Championship on the line, it will be Charlotte Flair taking on Ronda Rousey. Now, it doesn't state who the champion will actually be, it just states the championship will be on the line and that the two women will be main eventing WrestleMania. Now, I know what you're going to say, that's a long ways away, it's going to be changed multiple times before we get there. But I'm just saying, it's pretty interesting that multiple betting odds websites do have them as the clear favorite, a minus 138 favorite over other matches like Daniel Bryan versus Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles. But that's going to do it for this episode of the Wrestling Wrap-Up. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below on all the stories we covered here today. And as always, remember to like and share this video. Like us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Subscribe here on YouTube and follow PWUnlimited.net for the latest in pro wrestling news.